This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah. Log on and join our live conversation.
Know that you can't control yourself? That is embarrassing. Okay.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Friday, January 18th. We are live and we're talking about what you're talking about right now. Right now, I'm here with Stephanie and Brandon. Erica is out on assignment. I'm Jeff, and we got a lot to get to, guys. Right now, former To Catch a Predator host Chris Hansen is getting kicked to the curb. That's right. TMZ reports Chris didn't pay his rent and is now getting evicted from his NYC apartment. And additional documents show he owes hundreds of thousands of dollars to creditors and $250,000 in back taxes. Wow. Troubles for Chris started Monday when he was arrested for allegedly writing bad checks to a small business. Hansen has not yet commented on the case, but I mean, it's just ironic just because of how many people he helped put in jail, and now it feels like it's coming back on him. I hope it's not as bad as it seems, but it seems pretty bad.
Yeah, they're sitting there waiting for him to get to jail, for real. And he's about to get that Wesley Snipes treatments. The IRS, they may be shut down or may be in furlough right now, but they don't play. Uncle Sam wants his money. Better pay those taxes.
Absolutely.
I mean, this sounds scary. I mean, I feel bad for him. If he's in a lot of trouble and he owes a lot of money, that must be a really scary situation.
Yeah, but I mean, writing bad checks if you know you can't.
I mean, yeah, that's not right and that's never right. But obviously, he must be facing some serious financial difficulty to do that.
I hope this is some speculation. I hope it's not as much as what they think it is. But
you ever heard that saying, don't write a check that your ass can't cash?
I mean, that's correct, Brandon, yes. But, I mean, I feel bad for him because, I mean, if he's seriously in that much financial difficulty, he could be facing serious consequences, and that's not a nice thing for anyone, no?
Brandon might face a couple consequences right after this. Sony Music is dropping R. Kelly from the label. That's according to a report from Variety that claims Sony has quietly removed R. Kelly from its roster, but won't make a big announcement. This comes on the heels of the Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly, which details multiple sexual abuse allegations against the singer. We've seen backlash with stars like Lady Gaga and Celine Dion removing their collaborations with him, and a criminal investigation was also opened shortly after the premiere. Neither Sony or R. Kelly have commented on the report. And I mean, I think this was just a storm that was coming. You know, to be honest with you, I thought Sony already dropped him from the label. This was news to me to find out that they just did. But I mean, you know, what R. Kelly has done and how long he has got away with it for, it's like, you know, you got to pay the piper. It's time to pay.
I feel like, what options does Sony have when there's this many allegations flying around and there's this much evidence and people coming out of, I mean, I don't want to say the woodwork, but also with these documentaries that are coming out, it's very much public knowledge. I think, what option do Sony have? They have to remain credible. They have to remain to set a certain standard. They have to remain, you know, in good faith with the people. So what option do they have other than to let him go?
You're exactly right. Exactly right.
I'm not saying anything. I'm already on strike 2.
No!
You're only on strike 1, buddy.
No, the executive producer gave me a thumbs down. No.
All right, strike 2.
We're live.
We're live. Raquel Villanueva has news at the moment.
Here to save you, Brandon. So right now, Wendy Williams is heading back to the hospital. She's recovering from a fractured shoulder, along with some complications from her Graves' disease. This means she'll be taking some time off of her talk show, starting with reruns next week and a guest host filling in the following week. Now, this isn't her first health scare. You may remember back in 2017, she fainted on live TV. But right now, she's under the strict care of her doctor, and all of us here at DBL wish you a speedy recovery.
Yep, we do.
Thank you, Raquel, and absolutely,
I love her.
Absolutely. I do like Wendy Williams.
I love Wendy Williams. I love her. I think she's hilarious. I love her sass. I think she's brilliant, a brilliant watch.
Again.
Wendy, get better soon.
Absolutely. From everyone here at DBL, Wendy, get better soon. Let's move on to another funny girl. Comedian Amy Schumer is taking on internet trolls after someone altered a photo of her. If you look at her chin, cheeks, and nose, you can see her face is totally different. Amy says this attitude isn't good for our culture and says, quote, "I like how I look and I don't want to look like a carbon copy of this one type of woman you feel is the best way to look." DBL Nation, we want to know what you think. Does it bother you when people filter or change their photos in any way?
Absolutely. in the PC culture that we're saying we live in right now, I think getting photoshopped and getting your body edited is PC as well, because you feel as though you have to conform to what people think you're supposed to look like. If you have cellulite, rock that cellulite. If you have love handles or something, rock the love handles. I'm not gonna show my dad bod, but you know what I'm saying. But you know, it's just.
No, you can't say that. If
yeah,
you're
I was just joking, Stephanie.
Brandon,
but I have a niece. Stephanie, I have a
if
niece.
you're saying
I was joking.
rock it, and then you're saying you wouldn't do it yourself, you can't say that.
I'm joking. Strike 2. I'm joking. But I have a niece.
Strike 3, buddy.
I have a niece, and when we're looking at, when I'm going through and I'm looking at my niece and I'm telling her how beautiful she is and how beautiful different women look like on Instagram or on TV, I don't want to do that and then be a hypocrite and be like, oh, that body's photoshopped, that body's photoshopped. If she's gonna grow up to be big, she's gonna be a beautiful big woman. Her personality inside and out. I don't want her to think that she has to conform and look some sort of
And I agree with you. And you know, I want to hear your opinion about this. But you know, it starts from the top down. You know, we look at magazines, we look at celebrities. All those photos are altered. That's not exactly what you see. Those people don't look like that. So when it comes to Instagram, and now you could alter your old photos, you're just following suit. So I don't blame people for doing that. I don't like it, but I don't blame people for doing that. Do you feel you need to alter?
I agree with what both of you are saying, and I agree that if I had I do have a younger sister or younger siblings or nieces, cousins, whatever, it doesn't matter. But our culture now, it's so ingrained into us that we almost feel like we have to. And I have seen not just one, not two, hundreds of images of myself. So back in the UK, I did modeling for a very long time. I did a lot of swimsuit modeling, a lot of underwear modeling. And they changed every single aspect of me, my face, my body. And there was a running joke with my friends and family that if I ever were to go missing, if you search my name on Google, I don't look like the person that comes up, because they changed my nose, they changed like my body, and I look really different. But also then in real life, when I see those images of myself that my own managers have put out to the general public, and they obviously think that's the best version of me, it makes me think, should I change that about myself?
I don't know.
So, and I'm a fully grown woman. I'm over 30 years old, and I see that, and I feel that about my own ways. So if I was younger, I can see how it would affect young girls. It's sad, and we shouldn't do it, but it's true. It happens.
Ooh, hundreds and hundreds. Way to be modest there. No one got that joke.
Hey, I mean, it's the truth though, and they changed everything about me. It's not like I'm saying I'm perfect. Like
I'm with you. I was just
they would change how I looked, and they would make me go and think, do I need a nose job? Do I need a boob job?
Very
I don't know.
sensitive on this subject. You look great. You're cute. There's a button over there. I love you. All right. You probably remember the biggest fight you've ever had with your significant other, and turns out celebs do too. Singer John Legend and wife Chrissy Teigen say their worst fight happened at Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's wedding. Here's what they had to say about it on Watch What Happens Live.
I was just very insecure and very, I don't know, I think that's where it stemmed from, and then it just, you know how things snowball into like a bigger thing, and also drinking, so that doesn't help.
All right, so Chrissy Teigen back in the news.
Again, but you know, it's one of those things. She's had his back for a long time. There was a time where he tried to break up with her, and they were open about that. He was on tour, voice was hurting, he was going through a lot, and she told him no. And then he ended up saying that how she makes him a better person. So that's something that they can get through. I don't understand why they felt insecure when he has an EGOT and she's a supermodel. But at the same time, that's one of those Hollywood marriages where I put with Will and Jada. If they break up, I feel as though I got that's going to suck if those two break up.
And that's why they're so relatable, because they're superstars, but they fight about the exact same thing everyone fights about at home. Everyone looks at me and Jordan and they're like, you guys have been together for 10 years. What a perfect couple.
Don't say too much, Jeff. You about to be on strike one.
It's Friday. I'm going to just keep it strike one.
It's the exact same thing. So Chrissy Teigen, I mean, look at her. She's absolutely stunning. There's no way on earth anyone could say anything other. She's absolutely beautiful, but she's gone to Kim Kardashian's wedding and she's felt insecure as a woman because of the people that are there and how they portray themselves within the social media. It's exactly the same. It doesn't matter if you're a multi-millionaire, if you're a superstar. All women have the same insecurities, and that is because she's been there surrounded by these people that she's seen every day on her phone, and she's thinking, I am not her. I don't look like that. And us women, we do it to ourselves every single day. Why do we do it? Because it's not even real.
All right, Steph, showing your emotions tonight.
I feel for her. She's stunning. Chrissy Teigen, you're the most beautiful woman I think I've possibly ever seen. Never feel bad or insecure. You are gorgeous.
All right, let's not get crazy, all right?
She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. Speaking of crazy, there have been some crazy viral videos this week that you need to see. First off, this incredible video of what might be the biggest great white shark in the world.
She's gorgeous too.
That big shark, it's a 20-foot, she's called Deep Blue. That's her name right there. Was seen off the coast of Hawaii. She's believed to be 50 years old, might even be pregnant. And here's a look for scale. The average height for a man in the U.S. is 5'9". His school bus is 35 feet long. Take a look at that. Wow. And take a look at this video. This guy jumped from the 11th floor on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. He did survive and posted it online. Apparently, his friends egged him on after a night of drinking. The cruise company kicked the group of men off the ship, and they're banned for life. I mean, that is bananas. But I wanted you guys to check out those videos. Don't do that. DBL is live, and we'll bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. And coming up, imagine having Harry Connick Jr. as your piano teacher. The Grammy and Emmy Award-winning musician talks with us about his fun new project. And Stephanie Jones, the very passionate Stephanie Jones, has the latest fashion trends. We all know animal print is so hot right now, right, Steph?
Oh, yeah.
There it is. But what about animal feet? The surprising new fashion inspiring everyone is next.
The hooves are in.
The hooves are in?
We're talking all about women and how they feel in social media. And how do we feel about women in social media?
No, and I get you. I feel, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to get your back on this one because Jordan feels that. Okay, got it. You're going to read the tease. Jordan feels like that all the time, and it doesn't even matter where we're at, if we're in Los Angeles or here in Colorado. It doesn't matter. Women feel like that. My wife feels like that a lot, and it's something that I have to actually deal with. It's actually a problem in our relationship, and I don't mean a problem. I mean it's something that we have to deal with in our relationship because women feel insecure.
We do, and I think any woman would be lying if they say
I don't mean that in a bad way.
I think the best thing, boyfriends, friends, husbands, whatever your significant other may be, if you can make them feel good about themselves, then it just helps their confidence. Because women, we do have sometimes low self-esteem, and also obviously as we age, or as other women are on the scene, or girls that we see on Instagram that maybe have a high following or are like really super skinny. We were just talking about it today. Like in England, the perceived version of beauty is girls that are very, very like straight up and down and very thin. And if you have curves, then technically.
But could I interject here? Like, I'm fighting with my wife. A lot of that is in your head.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not saying that it's not.
Not all men think.
I'm not saying that it's not in our heads, but it would be nice for some reassurance. And so for the significant other in your life.
We got to go, but it's a great conversation. It's a great conversation. And hey, Brandon, to back that up, right?
Peace.
It's perceived, and we leave it? It's a perceived idea of what perfect is, and it's not real.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. It's Friday, which means it's time for our resident fashionista, Stephanie Jones, to break down the top looks of the week. Take it away, Steph.
Thanks, Jeff. You are going to love this one, and Brandon too. So football is high fashion right now. This designer is taking athleisure to a whole other level at Paris Fashion Week, and the man behind the look, Virgil Abloh, is also the artistic director of Louis Vuitton. So it's safe to say that he knows a little bit about fashion fashion. But does this look deserve a yellow flag on the field? DBL Nation, let us know. Would you rock this football look? I mean, I know Brandon London would look great in this, but I can't see myself pulling it off. And next, this trend is redefining camel toe. Now, I know what you're thinking, and yes, you're right. The Maison Margiela Tavai boot looks exactly like a camel's toe. And for about $1,200, we would rather wander the desert than invest in this trend. You can even find these hoof shoes galloping on the red carpet because Cody Fern of American Horror Story sported them in black and white. And if you aren't saying nay to these shoes, then you can get them from AliExpress for just $88. Please save your money because they're hideous. And finally, the Duchess of Sussex has turned into a fashion icon. But you'll never guess where Meghan Markle's latest dress is from. I mean, could this be an expensive royal designer? It looks like it, but wrong. It's from H&M. This knit maternity dress comes in cream and grey, but the best part is that you can own it yourself. But you need to act fast because it's already sold out everywhere online. There are some sizes available in grey for just $17.99, and I think it looks incredibly chic. That's it for your weekly dose of Fashion Fix Friday. Over to you guys, but coming up on DBL, oh wait, Harry Connick Jr. is on a mission to help you play the piano. The Grammy and Emmy Award winner talks to DBL about how his involvement in a cool interactive program online can help you guys play the piano. Our very own Bo Davidson is going to be taking it away. Woo!
Welcome back to Double Jump, where we talk the latest in gaming, tech, and pop culture news. Today we're here to talk about Glass, M. Night Shyamalan's third movie and a couple of other movies that he had done before, Split and Unbreakable. And this one brings characters from those previous movies into a world where superheroes are amongst the casuals. And they might be questioning whether they actually have superpowers or not. So Abby, I'm gonna go to you first. What did you think of the film?
So I just want to start this with that I have not seen the first two movies. So I just saw Glass out of the blue.
Fair, all right, all right.
I loved it.
Really?
I was entertained the whole time. When it ended, I was like, can there be more? Like, Chris, well, you also stayed. We all stayed for the credits. We're like, is there something else?
I was hoping there was a post-credit.
Are they going to tease something else? Because I wanted more at the end. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Ooh, I got to go a lot lower than that with a 3.5 out of 10. The first two movies just built up such a universe. I mean, Split and Unbreakable weren't even supposed to be really connected at first, but then when you did connect the two, I wanted something much bigger and much larger out of this movie, and I just didn't feel like I got that. I felt like I got a great first act. And then after that, it was a little bit meandering here and there. The script was all over the place. The reveal just wasn't that great or as strong to me. You know, I wanted my Split back. I wanted my Split and my Unbreakable.
I think Leo's expectations were like here.
Very high, especially after seeing Unbreakable again.
If you haven't seen the first two, I think you can see this one and you'll like it even more.
Yeah, that's true.
The last one.
Well, I will say there was one really good thing. James McAvoy, his 23 personalities in this movie shined again.
He's such a good actor and plays them all so well. Very convincing.
One more time with your rating out of 10?
8 out of 10.
3.5 out of 10, y'all. But we'll see you next time on Double Jump.
Welcome back to DBL, and today's Chatting with the Stars. Harry Connick Jr. joins us to talk about his latest project. He's the newest celebrity instructor for a unique online piano course called Playground Sessions. He recently spoke with co-host Bo Davidson. Take a look.
If you've looked at a piano keyboard in the past and you've been intimidated, I'm gonna fix that for you right now. You won't believe how many hours you can spend at the piano giving you and everybody around you joy. It's the coolest thing in the world.
Harry Connick Jr., thank you so much for joining DBL. I want to get right to your new project. You're teaching people how to play the piano through an app called Playground Sessions. As a musician myself, I can't wait to check it out. Explain to us how it all works.
Yes, so anybody can learn how to play. You don't have to be musically talented. You don't have to, have a great ear. It's something that I think will help develop those things in you, but it turns a lot of people off because they're afraid that they can't do it or they're tone deaf. Playground Sessions changes all of that. You go to playgroundsessions.com and you sign up to the app from there, and you don't even need a piano. You can use a small MIDI keyboard and do it right in your own house.
Now, you have 3 daughters with your wife, Jill Goodacre. What do you guys like to do for fun when you're all together? Are they musical at all?
They are. Some of them are musical. One of them in particular is very musical. One of them is kind of musical. And the other one really doesn't have interest. But, you know, I showed them this stuff. They're like, wow, you know, that's what you've been doing all these years. They say we can finally understand it.
It's a great art. Which song of yours do you think I should try to learn? Whisper Your Name? Which one would you suggest?
Yeah, that would be a great one to
it's
try.
One of my favorites
you know, thanks, man. There's so many, you know, and you know, I have to say, my wife, who's got a nice musical ear, doesn't play at all. I truly believe that she could be playing after one of these sessions. So I'm gonna get her signed up too.
Well, I'm checking it out, and I'll learn that song and I'll send it back to you and see how I do. Thank you for your time, Harry Connick Jr. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
My
Harry.
pleasure.
Guess we're gonna see what Playground Sessions is all about. So here's Harry Connick.
And I say play a 1, play a 2, play a 3, play a 4, play a 6.
Let's see if I can actually work with this app with Harry's instruction. We'll see what happens. Uh-oh. 84%. All right, it's not too bad. So this was a really cool app, especially if you're a beginner or intermediate player. But Harry, this is how I would play the song. Then I was walking in Memphis. I was walking with my feet 10 feet off the bill. Walking in Memphis. But do I really feel the way I feel?
Well done, Bo. We are live. Raquel Villanueva has news at the moment.
That's right, Jeff. Acts like Bruno Mars, Cardi B, and Aerosmith are gearing up to perform at the Super Bowl Music Fest in the days leading up to the big game. The Foo Fighters will take the stage the night before the kickoff in Atlanta, and they're giving us a special preview with a hilarious 1970s era football spoof. Take a look at this.
Let's kick off this Super Saturday with your Jackalopes captain, Larry Butts. The Jackalopes are led today by their fearless coach, Ross Saley.
Get these guys on the same page! Jackalopes on 3. 1, 2.
And rejected.
Now you can see the Foo Fighters Super Bowl show on February 2nd. It'll be streamed live, and as one of my favorite bands, I can't wait.
Thanks, Raquel. It looks like fun.
It's going to be a great time, but I just don't understand how Cardi B turns down the halftime show, but she's going to do the Super Bowl fest. I know it's Bud Light is running it, but guess who Bud Light pays to be a sponsor of the NFL? If you're gonna boycott it all.
I'm with you on that one, brother. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Promotional consider.
We have our first look at Mortal Kombat 11 and what Ronda Rousey has to do with it. A trailer is here for John Wick 3 and reviews are mixed for Glass. And Star Wars Episode 9, we have some crazy new details you don't want to miss. That's all next in The Jump Off. I'm Abby and welcome to The Jump Off. I'm here to bring you all the latest in gaming, tech, and nerd culture news, so let's get started right now. We have our first bloody look at Mortal Kombat 11. This new iteration brings a whole new level of character customization, as well as new characters like Garrus, who look ready to own the rest of the returning fighters. Ronda Rousey is even lending her voice to Mortal Kombat as Sonya Blade. It hits shelves April 23rd. John Wick is back for a third time, and he's looking better than ever. The next chapter in this series brings a bevy of Hollywood names like Halle Berry and Lawrence Fishburne. This time, Keanu Reeves' character John Wick is trying to survive a $14 million bounty. I absolutely loved the first 2 John Wick movies, so I can't wait to catch the third. Reviews are in for Glass, and they're pretty mixed, but I have to say I loved it. It's the sequel to M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable and Split. IGN calls it ultimately unsatisfying, and another review says the movie makes me embarrassed to like superheroes. I feel like I'm one of the few people who liked this movie, but maybe it's because I didn't see the first 2.
Either way, you should check it out because I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. You can check out our review on the DBL YouTube channel. Actor John Boyega is teasing something he calls visually crazy for Star Wars Episode 9, scheduled to release this year. The movie is still filming, and Boyega posted a cryptic message on Instagram. It shows his hand saying, "The whole team pushed themselves today to achieve something visually crazy. I've had many moments of shock on set, but not like today, and I can't wait until you know why." Well, I guess we'll just have to wait to be wowed by this movie. That's it for the Jump Off. As always, watch every week for the latest in gaming, tech, and nerd culture news. I'm Abby, and I'll see you next time.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We love sharing your comments. Brandon, you have one, right?
Yes, we do. It's about Stephanie. Just came and stole the show. Here we go. Don Paradis from Facebook says, "Steph, you look amazing in that blue dress. You don't need any Photoshop, girl. You look awesome just the way you are. I'm in love." That's what he says.
Thanks,
Right online.
thanks, Don. You've made my weekend.
You read that at like LL Cool J.
Yeah, you know LL Cool London.
I got one more comment
Friday,
here.
baby.
It's a good one. It's from Rondon Johnson on Facebook. It says, "Today was an exceptionally fun day on DBL. Had me in stitches starting from the beginning. Have a great weekend, everyone. See you all back on Monday."
Great weekend.
I couldn't have said it better, Rondon. Thank you so much. Great week, everybody. All around. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you same time, same place on Monday. Be safe. Have fun.
Hopefully I still have a job.
Brandon!